151 in Blue Mounds is back open now after an early morning crash, closing the highway for almost 5 hours. And good news for parents, children under 5 may soon be eligible to get a COVID vaccine. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Right now, one person is in the hospital with unknown injuries after a head-on crash with a semi on Highway 151. It happened near County Highway JG around 4 o'clock this morning. The Dane County Sheriff's Department says a Volkswagen was traveling eastbound in the westbound lanes of the highway when it struck a semi. The driver was hospitalized with unknown injuries. The semi-driver was not hurt. Deputies say the hospitalized driver is facing charges tied to the crash. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is appealing a judge's ruling restricting the use of absentee ballot drop boxes. Attorney General Josh Call filed the notice yesterday. Waukesha County Judge Michael Boren ruled last week that drop boxes can only be located at local election clerks' offices, and no one other than the voter can return the ballot. If the ruling remains in effect, no drop boxes would be placed outside of the offices for the spring primary election on February 15th. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. A little snow may be headed our way.
You know, it has been a long and boring winter when I, Chris Reese, am super excited about less than an inch of snow. But that's what we're watching moving into our picture later on tonight. We have sunshine right now. It's 13 degrees. It feels like 0. So it feels like above freezing as you begin to head out. But man, it really feels good when the sun's rays hit you. It's just good to be in the sun sometimes, and that's what we're going to be in pretty much all afternoon long. Temperatures are going to hang out into the teens, 15 at 2 and 4, but right around 3 o'clock, that's when I expect us to hit our high temperature of the day, right around 17 or so, before we start to see those temperatures fall to 11 in the evening, and then actually increase just a little bit throughout the overnight hours. Part of why we're going to be seeing that increase is snow system number 1 that moves in tonight, but we're tracking multiple snow systems. There's a second one for tomorrow night into Sunday and a third one on tap as we move towards Monday that we've got to watch closely because that could start to impact parts of the morning commute. But that being said, I'm going to be watching radar all afternoon long. Real excited to see those snowflakes that should start to fly in about 12 hours from now. We're going to break it down in more detail when we come back.
Well, high 17, that's what, a 22-degree increase from this morning?
Yeah, it is. Things were cold. It was -9 this morning, so it's even warmer than where things were. So it's going to feel quite warm later on this afternoon.
All right, Chris, we'll check back with you in a few minutes. Thank you. The Omicron continues its rapid spread across the country, especially impacting unvaccinated in all age groups. Michael George tells us there may be some hope for children under 5.
Children under 5 may soon be eligible to receive the COVID vaccine. Dr. Anthony Fauci says that could happen as soon as next month.
Have zero protection against the virus, so do become a little bit more sick than what we saw previously.
This comes as more than 900 children a day are being admitted to hospitals with COVID-19.
We have young children all the way down to 3 months of age in the hospital without any pre-existing condition.
While the youngest Americans are struggling with Omicron, older Americans are faring much better as long as they're vaccinated and boosted. New numbers from the CDC shows unvaccinated Americans aged 50 to 64 are 44 times more likely to end up in the hospital than their counterparts who have the booster.
The majority of patients who are getting admitted are high-risk patients who are unvaccinated or who are elderly, who have comorbidities like cancer, liver, heart failure, underlying respiratory issues, or diabetes.
There is some good news. In areas where the Omicron wave first hit, infection rates are coming down. New York Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted the state's COVID positivity rate is under 10% for the first time in a month. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And there is still resistance to COVID vaccines among many Americans. Anti-vaxxers are planning to march in Washington, D.C. this weekend in protest. Well, several parents in Virginia are suing the state's governor after he issued an executive order lifting school mask mandates. The order is expected to go into effect Monday. Parents say the order is void because it's in direct conflict with an existing state law. The law says schools should follow mitigation strategies provided by the CDC to the maximum extent possible.
The CDC is recommending universal masking in schools. And no governor, whether Democrat or Republican, has the ability to ignore or suspend laws that are put into place by the General Assembly.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin released a statement in response to the lawsuit. He said he will, quote, continue to protect parents' fundamental rights to make decisions with regard to their children's upbringing, education, and care. Meanwhile, a number of Virginia schools say they'll continue to require masks despite the executive order. Type 2 diabetes is one of the chronic health conditions that raises COVID risks. Recent statistics from the CDC show 88 million Americans are pre-diabetic or higher than normal blood sugar levels. One of the biggest challenges in treating pre-diabetes is that most people don't know they have it. But with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Health leaders say lifestyle changes make all the difference.
They would want to have a diet that's rich in whole grains, vegetables, fruits, very little or no processed foods.
Dr. Knight says exercising regularly can also help lower your risk. The Department of Justice is arguing the Oath Keeper member, Stuart Rose, should stay behind bars while he waits for his trial. He was charged with seditious conspiracy related to the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. The Justice Department says Rhodes poses a risk of obstructing justice if he's released. They also say he destroyed evidence aimed at hiding his crimes and the identities of his co-conspirators. Rhodes is set to go before a judge for a detention hearing on Monday. A woman is set to become the commanding officer of the world's oldest commissioned warship still afloat. Commander Billie J. Farrell will take over the USS Constitution during a change of command ceremony today. She'll be the 77th commander of Old Ironsides and the first woman to do the job. The USS Constitution has been in service since 1797. Those stationed aboard the ship provide free tours and offer public visitation. Officials say at least 17 people are dead and dozens others are injured after a vehicle collision caused an explosion in Ghana. Investigators say a vehicle carrying mining explosives blew up after colliding with a motorcycle in the western part of the country. At least 57 people were injured, many of whom authorities say were caught in the explosion while trying to get to the scene of the crash. Meatloaf, the iconic larger-than-life singer and performer, has died. According to his Facebook page, Marvin Lee Aday died with his wife Deborah by his side. His 1977 record, Bat Outta Hell, was one of the best-selling albums of all time. Some of his hits include I'll Do Anything for Love and Paradise by the Dashboard Light. He also did some acting, appearing in the Rocky Horror Picture Show as well as some TV. No cause of death has been given. The singer was 74 years old. And comedian and actor Louis Anderson has died from complications related to cancer. Anderson made his television debut on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in 1984. That launched a decade-long career, which included appearances in several TV shows and movies. His most notable character was playing the mother on FX's Baskets, a role which earned him an Emmy Award. Louis Anderson was just 68 years old. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A minimum wage hike kicks in for federal employees and cookie crisis averted. The Girl Scouts dodge a supply chain scare. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's multi-million-dollar clearance event is on now. Save up to half off appliance clearance items while they last. Plus, no-interest financing for 12 months on all appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
The great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market. Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs. 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more. Smile more. Enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
Aleve X. It's fast, powerful, long-lasting relief with a revolutionary roller ball design. Because with the right pain reliever, life opens up. Aleve it and see what's possible.
It's here, Wisconsin. Ashley Home Store's mega clearance event is on now. Millions of dollars worth of in-stock clearance, floor sample, and special purchase furniture and mattresses must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% off while it lasts. Plus, no interest financing for 3 years store-wide. Only at Ashley Home Store.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
The Biden administration is raising the minimum wage for federal workers. Government agencies are being directed to boost minimum wage to $15 an hour by January 30th. The largest share of government workers who don't meet that level work at the Defense Department. It's a green light for most flights amid the rollout of 5G networks. The Federal Aviation Administration cleared 78% of U.S. commercial aircraft to land at airports with 5G. There was concern the technology would interfere with flight controls, especially in low visibility situations. The FAA says it expects that some jets will not be allowed to land at airports that are near 5G networks. A warning for certain infant loungers. The Consumer Product Safety Commission wants families to stop using some products by Leachco. The warning follows the death of 2 young babies. The agency says the Podster, Podster Plush, Bumsy, and Podster Playtime can possibly lead to suffocation. In a statement, the company said its products are safe when used as directed. And even the Girl Scouts can't escape supply chain problems. A labor disruption temporarily caused a shortage of Adventurefuls. That's the Girl Scouts' newest cookie. At first, sales of the sweet treat were going to be capped, but the Girl Scouts found more bakers to meet the demand for the brownie-inspired cookie. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's down 147 points. The NASDAQ off 181. The S&P 500 down 33. Well, coming up, Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report has your latest egg numbers and a new kind of onion that won't bring us to tears. Plus, can we expect any sort of warm-up next week? Chris has the complete forecast when we come back.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin Walk-In Showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin Walk-In Showers.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Tom, people are loving this place.
They sure are, Jerry. Let's go see who Tina's chatting with now.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we have some beautiful ladies joining us. What are you up to tonight, girls?
Girls' night. We're getting some drinks. I want to win that car.
Sounds great. Are you feeling lucky? What's your favorite slot machine? To you guys.
Looks like those ladies are on a mission.
Oh, it's about to go down.
Chunk Gaming Madison. Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin Walk-In Showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin Walk-In Showers.
Hi, folks. Saturday morning, we have a preview of the big matchup at Lambeau Field between the Packers and the 49ers.
And we continue to track chances for snow. That's Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Sunday at 10, with area schools facing a surge of COVID cases, Chris Stanford gives you an inside look at the efforts to keep schools open and how one school nurse is doing her part.
I feel really good about what we have in place.
Eye on Education, Sunday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. How are you doing on this Friday, Pam?
I'm excited. Truck's already running, getting ready to head north and make sure everybody's got the welcome mat out for tomorrow afternoon. And I'm glad to hear that hopefully it's not going to shock our senses so bad having to be out at Lambeau Field. The markets today are kind of as cold as our forecast is, though, I'm afraid. And not just the Dow Jones Industrial Average, our corn, soybeans, wheat, even our dairy complex a little softer. On the positive side, I want to give a shout out to our Wisconsin Pork Association. You know, during the holidays, they launched a Give a Ham campaign. You may have remembered me calling out some of my friends in agriculture, including Wisconsin Ag Secretary Randy Romanski. Well, at the end of their campaign, they had more than 7,000 pounds of pork that was donated to food banks and food pantries. That's about 35,000 servings. Kerry Ritalik, the executive director of the Wisconsin Pork Association, said they probably had more people involved last year because of the limitations the pandemic brought us, but she said she's still really happy that we got the action that we did. And, of course, the visibility doesn't hurt either. It's kind of poor timing. Starting today, up in Neenah, 6 farm couples from across the state are going to be involved in the Outstanding Young Farmer Award weekend. They'll go through a battery of interviews about their conservation practices, their future of agriculture, community involvement. And then tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, they're going to announce who our Outstanding Young Farm couple is. Want to remind you from our area, Brianna and Dylan Handel from Barneveld, also Ryan and Megan Prowitz from Ripon, Kyle and Rachel Zwig from Ixonia are just a few of the couples that are involved. But I thought, man, talk about poor timing. They're going to be in that banquet right around kickoff tomorrow night. Maybe it's good for them. All right, dairy markets for a Friday. Yeah, a little softer as far as some of our product prices. On Monday, we'll get the next USDA milk production report and also our cold storage report. Tell us how much corn, how much cheese and butter are around. Barrel cheese down a half at 181 1/4. 40-pound block cheese down 3 3/4 at 180 3/4. Mark, let's hope the butter market forebodes what's going to happen tomorrow night. Up 3.5 cents to 293 1/2 per pound. Here's an interesting tidbit: 40% of your appetizers contain butter. That's part of the reason why we're seeing the butter price continue to hold strong.
All right. Well, the big night's coming. Go Pack.
That is. Go Pack.
Fingers crossed.
Let's keep a smile on my face for Monday.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yep.
All right. Have a good weekend. Good luck. Here's Chris now with that weekend forecast.
Yeah, we're talking about that sheet.
No matter how you slice it, preparing onions can be a tearjerker.
Well, you cry a lot.
I've never seen a onion that cannot make me cry.
But after decades of crossbreeding less pungent onion varieties, growers produced a new type they say won't make cooks cry. Tearless onions, first marketed as Sunions in the U.S., are now in Europe, after farmer Robert Aldershaw helped bring them here.
People do pay a premium for what we would call premium onions.
But hold up. Why do onions make us tear up?
It actually produces a very small amount of sulfuric acid in your eye, and then your eye's natural defense is to produce tears to wash it away.
Tearless onions taste milder. That's because on the pyruvate scale that measures the pungency of onions, the tearless variety lands on a 3, while your typical onions hit about 7 or 8. And some find the new onions quite appealing.
Is that true?
That's what they say.
Wow.
Is that a game changer for you?
That is, it is.
But their higher price might make people's eyes water.
Paying 3 times the cost of an onion just to kind of get rid of the tears, absolutely no way is that worth it to me.
You can suffer through the tears.
I can suffer to the tears. Sometimes it's nice even.
While the new onions may be easier on the eyes, most agree it's the layers of flavor in the mouth that'll matter. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And growers say the onions were not genetically modified to make them tearless, but rather carefully crossbred over about 30 years. Forgot to running that story. Now let's check with Chris on the weekend weather.
We were excited about the snow, Mark. We're talking about 3 snowmakers in 3 days moving our way as we go through the weekend. The first one arrives tonight. That's going to be followed up by bitter cold that's on tap as well once we get through these snow systems and move towards parts of next week. It was bitterly cold this morning as well. We made it all the way down to 9 degrees below zero, which was actually the coldest actual air temperature that we have seen so far this winter in Madison. It's possible that down the road we get even colder. 13 right now, winds out of the south and southwest at 10. That creates a wind chill 13 degrees cooler at 0, but Doppler track is quiet. High pressure is staying large and in charge for us throughout today, so that keeps that sunshine in play. This, though, this is our next snowmaker. That's going to arrive later on tonight and into early hours tomorrow. The second one that arrives Saturday night into Sunday. That's starting to develop over the Canadian Rockies as we speak. Many Alberta Clippers are going to move through our pattern as we go through, well, the rest of this week and parts of next week as well. Here's that first one overnight towards tomorrow. That second one, Saturday night into Sunday. Looks like the heaviest of that will be just southwest, and then the third one arrives as we start to move into Monday, and this one could actually impact parts of the commute as well. So we've got to watch this one closely as we start to move towards early next week. Then let's talk about the weather pattern. This is some of that colder air that's going to follow things up initially Tuesday into Wednesday. We could be talking alert days due to cold again, but that entire extended pattern, as we start to look far down the road, gets even colder, my friends. There's a whole floodgate of colder air that really wants to continue to move into our part of the country. So we'll continue to watch it, and we'll continue to keep you up to date. But for now, let's take you hour by hour. This is the rest of this afternoon into tonight. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Here comes our band of light snow moving through. Most of us are asleep. We're not on the road. Some of you are. It'll lower visibility, but it's not that big of a deal. We're talking about ½ an inch to an inch of snow out of that. Some sunshine returns for parts of tomorrow afternoon. Will warm up to 21. Clouds increase again tomorrow night. If you have Saturday night plans, watch this. It's been trending a little bit faster. This is 9 o'clock. You see that snow moving in from the south and west. That sticks with us, though, until about midnight. Midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, that's moving on out of here. So we're talking 3 to 6 hours of snow, and then it moves out, but perhaps an inch or two of snow from that one. Sunshine on Sunday. Now we're at Sunday night. Here comes the next one, and we're talking snow that'll last longer until about the morning rush hour on Monday, potentially into parts of Monday afternoon as well. That being said, you'll probably want to at least develop a game plan for the Monday snowfall, just because that could impact your commute. And one of the ways that you can stay prepared is to take out your phone, open up the camera, point it right at the screen. That'll take you to where you can download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. We'll keep you up to date in your pocket as you are out and about as well.
All right, Chris. Thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Howard is facing a dilemma in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Can't decide whether you'd rather have a brownie or a chocolate chip cookie? Don't worry. We've got just the thing to solve that dilemma. Just the thing.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Fry Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and our cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit fryconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
From open borders, increasing crime, and rising inflation, Democrat policies are weakening America. When I ran in 2016, I intended to serve a second term and go home. But today, our nation is on a very dangerous path. If you could help make America safer and stronger, would you walk away? I've decided I can't. I'll stand and fight for freedom. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I love America and Wisconsin, just like you.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America, finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
I've got a question for you. Are you more of a brownie or a chocolate chip cookie kind of person? Over the last couple of weeks, I've asked the same question to a bunch of my friends, and about half of them were pretty decisive that they liked one over the other. But there were others who couldn't choose. They like both. If you're on the fence, then you're gonna love today's recipe. It's a dessert that's part cookie and part brownie, and it goes together like this. The first thing we do is prepare a box of brownie mix according to the package directions. Then pour half the batter into a 9x13 pan. After spreading it evenly, we top it with slices of refrigerated chocolate chip cookie dough. Then we top that with the rest of the brownie batter before sprinkling on some chopped walnuts and chocolate chips. Now it's ready for the oven. After it bakes and cools, we cut it into bars and serve it with a tall glass of milk or next to a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. To get the recipe for our speckled brookie bars, which is half cookie, half brownie, and all decadent, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a doubly delicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And it looks good. Here's Chris, one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, you see that extended forecast for you, and we're talking about multiple snow chances through the weekend anyway. Most of these are going to be overnight while we are asleep. If we can pull up the 10-day graphic, I'll be able to show that for you. But most of that's going to be overnight while we're asleep, and then perhaps some early morning flurries on Sunday. The biggest one to watch for, though, is Monday. Perhaps some light accumulation for all of us. Then the bitter cold comes in. -10 Wednesday morning, wind chills down to -25. And then another chance for snow, perhaps next weekend.
It's January. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.